What's up, guys? How's it going? Welcome back to the Aston Villa playthrough. Yeah, been a busy boy. A fair bit of time has passed since the last episode where we were dumped out of the FA Cup semi-final by eventual winners, Derby. They beat Bournemouth on penalties in the FA Cup final. So that's an interesting trophy for them to win. And you know what? Derby played really, really well, and fair play to them. But now we are going to have a look at how we did roughly last season. Not going to spend too much time on it because ultimately the only thing to take away is that we qualified for Europe in the end, which is lovely. So we're in the, what's it called? Is it the Euro Conference? I saw somebody called it that in a comment on a previous video. Where do I start? So we'll start with transfers because there's some interesting news. So in between the seasons, we signed this guy, Patrick De Paula. I've never signed him before, but he was on my scouting centre, and he didn't look too bad for 11 million quid anyway. 25 years old, Brazilian, uncapped, and has some half decent stats to look at. So it's highlighted first touch, passing, technique, composure, decisions. All round, he seems like a really good fit. And I like the fact he can play deep mid, he can play cam, and he can play all the way down the left, which is very nice. 11 million quid and is now worth 23. So I'm quite happy with that. Some of these transfers are very interesting. So I'll start with the incomings first. Frank Kessie, 22 million. He was transfer listed. He is going to be the main box-to-box midfielder. For obvious reasons. He looks quite good. You can see the highlighted attributes. I think that was quite a shrewd little deal. He's worth £29 million. He is 27, so we might only have 2 years of peak Kessie out of it. We'll have to wait and see. This guy was also transfer listed. Gustavo Usunchao? Gustavo, we'll just call him. Plays deep line playmaker in the deep mid role pretty well, but when he's in the centre, he can play deep line playmaker on defend pretty well. Very good passing, very good techers, very good decision making and composure. All round, I'm very happy with that deal. He's now worth 26.5. He's 24 years old, and it's another Brazilian. Another player that we snapped up that I just see really good value in because this only cost us £6.5 million. Another player that I've never heard of, but Ante Palaversa, Croatian. He's now worth £22.5 million, and he plays the inverted winger on the left support rather well. Pre-season wise, he appeared twice and he got an assist, and he's now worth £22.5 million. So I think that's yet again a shrewd deal. We're getting good value for money out of these transfers, and he is only 24 years of age. So we got a good handful of years in him if it works out. Finally, a new centre back who I have heard of and have signed previously. And he's not bad. Zinho Van Houston. There we are. Ball playing defender, so he suits our backline pretty well. Passing's really good, which is obviously quite important for a ball playing defender. Concentration and vision, jumping reach are his main attributes. Appeared twice in pre-season. Got an average rating of 6.9. It's currently worth £29 million. So, yet again, really good value for money because he was only 13.5. Transfers out are very interesting. Sam Darking, one of our youngsters that was going to be really good. I was really trying to protect him in our youth system, but he refused to sign a new deal. He has gone to Bournemouth on a free, which is a bit unfortunate. Blessing Agu has gone to Watford on a free. Very similar, so we've lost out on quite a few good youngsters. John McGinn did not want to sign a new deal and has left on a free, which hurts. But, as you can see, we have many new players that can play his role a bit better. So, disappointing, but not the end of the world. He's 29 now, so for midfield roles that require a lot of running around, lots of stamina, we do need some younger, stronger legs, and I think we have done that now. So I'm a little bit annoyed to lose him, especially on a free, but hey-ho. Josh Temple is another youngster which I would have liked to have kept, but not as much as the previous ones. He's gone to Peterborough on a free. Mungo Bridge is a player we've never spoke about because he's never been relevant. Jack Grealish to Tottenham for £48 million. My God, did we have a falling out over absolutely nothing. So a random off-the-cuff bid come in from Real Madrid. So I rejected it. That pissed him off. And he just really dug his heels in and was like, I can't believe you stopped that transfer from happening. I want to leave the club. And he just went all stinky and pissed. And I thought, you can have the ump. You're Jack Grealish. I'm Aston Villa. Like, you're just not leaving. And then, like, 7 players called a meeting and said, I can't believe you're not letting Jack Grealish go. And when this happens, it really pisses me off because I can't see it happening. Like, I'd understand if he'd been here a year or two. But he's been here since 2011. That's a long time. He's a club legend in a way. And then the whole dressing room are just like, well, you got to let him go. So it really pissed me off, and I couldn't do anything about it. Yeah, so he is now at Tottenham, and I hope he has a leg break and never does anything of note ever again. Some loans: Felix Umtje, Chukwunegwa, Louis Barry, Aaron Ramsey, all out on loan. So I think that was a very, very interesting window. I mean, yeah, I'm annoyed to lose Grealish, but the whole player power system really shat on me. And I've still got the ump about it. I don't think last year was his best season anyway, and I'm hoping it wasn't now I've said that. But last season, in total, 36 games, only the 7 goals, 7 assists, 5 of his goals were from penalties. So that's not a huge contribution anyway. The season before that, not much better. He did really well in 21-22, where he scored 18 goals, and 6 of those were penalties. So, like, it's a big loss, but I don't think it's the end of the world. I think we did quite well to get, 48? Yeah, 48 million is a fair price for a man who's 28, 29, and I think we're quite good at getting good value for money deals. For example, Marcus Edwards was on a free. You know, we've picked up good transfers over the years, mostly. So I'm annoyed, but I think we'll get over it. I think we'll be fine because I do think we've got a nice, strong squad. So if we have a look at assistant report, this is apparently our strongest team. This is the formation that I played in pre-season, and I quite like it. According to the assistant, it's Dominic Calvert-Lewin, Daniel James, Marcus Edwards, Patrick De Paula, Palaversa, Kessie, Chrisen, which is interesting, new captain Mario Gila, and then Van Doesden, and then Vague or Varg or Vugi or whatever, and then Lafont in goal. Apparently that's our strongest team. Tactically, these are the 3 systems that I'm going to be using throughout the year. I don't know how often we're going to need to rotate it. Like against the bigger teams, like your Man Cities, who we beat twice last year, your Liverpools, who we drew against twice last year, we go for the cautious counter-attack. And yeah, it plays out quite well. And there's nothing special to these tactics at all. Most of them are the presets with 1 or 2 random adjustments. But that's the tactic against the big boys. Against teams that I expect to win, I will probably start with this tactic. If it's not quite working, I'll just go to the 4-2-3-1 Gegenpress and see how we do from that. So they're all basic systems. You know what I mean? It's just a template with maybe a tweak or 2. I can't even remember if I have actually changed these standard templates or not. So I'm kind of looking forward to this season, but, you know, we'll have to wait and see. Pre-season was alright. 5-2 against Orlando City. Edwards, Cliver, Arezzo with 2. Louis Barry, who's now out on loan, got the goal. Charlotte FC, 3-0. Arezzo, Kessie, Cash. 5-1 against Jacksonville, Edwards with a hat-trick, Louis Barry and Kessie. 3-2 defeat to Madrid. And if you look at Memphis Depay's last-minute winner, we could have drawn against Real Madrid. That wasn't a bad result. Granted, it's probably not the best Real Madrid team they've ever chucked out, but fair play. And then 2-2 with Mallorca on the final pre-season day. We start the season against Newcastle, Everton, with some qualifying rounds for the Europa Conference. I'm anticipating Dinamo Moscow, to be honest. If we go to competitions, season preview, we're predicted to finish 15th, which is good in a way because we should absolutely smash that. The expectations haven't really been lifted since we start. Well, actually, the first season we were expected to avoid a relegation battle. We've qualified for Europe twice now. We've been really close on the other occasion, and the expectation is nice and settled with mid-table. I'm happy with that, to be honest, because if they go, oh no, we want Champions League, we're going to get sacked. So for them to keep them pretty achievable with a mid-table expectation, I'm alright with that. And if the press, is this the press that released these predictions? If that's the media prediction to finish in 15th, I'm okay with that. I'm alright. Transfers for the rest of the league. If we have a look at fee, Kai Havertz has gone to PSG for £105 million. Arthur from Juventus to United for 75 up front. Oliver Skip to United, £75 million. Anthony Martial to Chelsea, £59 million. Luis Diaz to Sevilla for £53 million. There's the Grealish deal. Serge Gnabry, City, 46. Nikola Vlasic, Chelsea, 40 million. Kovacic to Juve for 39 up front. Eddie Nikita to West Ham for 36.5. James Justin, Liverpool, 35. There was an interesting. Oh, have they sold? Oh no, it's the wrong Diallo. There was a transfer. I don't know if it was this season or towards the end of last season, but I know Tariq Lamptey has gone from Brighton to City for a huge fucking deal. City are a weird team at the minute. If we have a look at their squad, I think it's a bit of an odd team. So Tariq Lamptey, Declan Rice, I don't know who that is. Harry Kane, Tolisso, Tammy Abraham, Hector Bellerin, Thomas Lemar, Tanguy Ndombele. That's a weird team to me. Very interesting. But hopefully we can smash this 15th prediction, which is quite nice to be fair, because that means teams are expecting to absolutely smash us. Because they're only Aston Villa, they're going to finish 15th this year. So most of the teams, I think, are going to have a really positive attacking style. So the counter-attacking strategy might have to be used more often than not, because if we go up against, say, Leeds, they're going to have a nice positive approach so we can counter them. Maybe. I don't know if that's the mindset of these AI managers or not, but that's kind of what happens in my headcanon. So we'll have to wait and see what happens with that. And I don't know why they're projecting this lineup, because I've never played that formation. Interesting. So we have Everton, passing style, playing mentality, adventurous. I know it's Newcastle. Everton are after. So yeah, Newcastle, bring it on. They still have Callum Wilson, who, yeah, is a good striker. He's usually a pain in my arse. Willy Bolly in defence. I'm just trying to look at weird transfers that they've made. Rafinha, they've got him from Leeds, so that's interesting. But I'm hoping for a nice, solid, strong start. So I'm going to tell the boys that I have faith that they can make the difference. Going to ignore the tunnel interviews. I've got no time for the press. But yeah, I think this team's looking alright now. I mean, we've got 2 Brazilians in midfield. We could make it 3 out of 3. Not that, that matters. But that's usually a bit of a go-to thing, isn't it? You want a good player? Get a cheap Brazilian. Oh, Christ. So, yeah. Hopefully a nice, strong home victory to start the season. They did say you should be starting Daniel James on the left for this opener, but I'm going to go with Kluivert because he tends to run at the defence and earn us penalties and free kicks. Edwards with the corner, headed out. Dougie will try to collect, but Rafinha does it instead, and I hate Rafinha. He's just such a bastard. Longstaff, Andre, cut out by Edwards to Calvert-Lewin, who's got no support, but hopefully he can hold it up in time for somebody else to join. There goes Edwards, Kessie, Varg or Vague, or we'll just call him Musa. Edwards went for the Rabona cross, and it went epically wrong. That's going to end up costing us because there goes Callum Wilson, the absolute bastard. Good save from Lafont, who's recommended more than Martinez nowadays. In comes the corner from Rafinha. It's gone right through. Yeah, I mean, financially we're overspent as well, because I was about to say I'm going to start looking for an even better goalie than Lafont, but I don't know if we can afford it. We might have to sell up a few players in January. We'll have to wait and see, but I don't really want to sell any of these players that we have now. I mean, a much better left back, I'd be quite happy with that. But there goes Van der Zuden, whatever his name is, to Musa, back to Vandy, whatever. Dougie Luiz, nice little touch to put it into an attacking movement. Edwards, come on. Kessel, Calvert-Lewin smashes. He and a half hit that, didn't he? He and a half hit that. And we're 1-0 up in 42 minutes. Not a bad little goal, actually. Some counter-attacking elements, but yeah, really good movement. Edwards back to Kessie. Dougie with the great ball through. 1-on-1. We need a much better season from Calvert-Lewin. He's not had poor seasons, but I would have expected more. Are they measuring that for offside? Yeah, it's miles on. Why are you even bothering to show it again? Yeah, I mean, he's always been over 14 or 15 goals. But I want more than 20. We're going to try and give Arezo more opportunities this season as well, because according to a lot of YouTubers that do all this, like the next big wonder kid for under £2 million, those kinds of videos, they always talk about Mateus Arezo as like some absolute must buy. So I want to give him some more chances. There goes Dougie to Chrissy. Go on, get a good ball in. Why did you shoot from there? You absolute bellage. That was useless. But yeah, we're seeing a lot of the ball here. There goes Musa, good ball in. Calvert-Lewin heads it over the bar. Another corner. Edwards, good ball in. Headed out to Justin Kluivert. Come on. I don't know. Unless we put one of these away, I'm getting a bit nervous. We're having lots of chances, but it's just looking like one of those games where you have 17,000 shots and then they have one and it's 1-1. Calvert-Lewin, great goal. Absolutely great goal. Good stuff. He is on dynamite form to start this season. Takes me back to when we first bought him. His first live com, he scored a hat-trick. Is he going to do that again? But that was a good little ball there. That's what I mean. I do like our midfield this season, even without Grealish. I mean, traditionally we're a bit pants without Grealish, but if we can start the season without Grealish doing well, with all these new players making a good impression. I mean, Patrick De Paula's not looking great with a 6.6, so maybe that's a change we could make. With Gustavo, we'll put him in there. Let's just check his roles. Yeah, okay, so he can play there. Edwards ain't been great, so let's bring on Daniel James for Edwards and put him on the right. But 2-0 up. Click play, you knobhead. There we are. Two really good, nicely taken chances from Calvert-Lewin. Give me a bit of confidence on this opening day. We finished 6th last year, so if we can beat that or even equal it, I'll be happy. But that was a poor bit of defending. There goes Andre. Out wide to whatever that says. There goes Rafinha. Come on, shape up. Andre goes back to Maezaga. Some of these teams are getting weird players, man. I don't know where they're looking for their signings, but there's a lot of randomers that I've never heard of. Good header out. Dougie. Kessie. Come on. Yeah, look at him. He's just an absolute tank. Great. Oh, that was... He's offside, isn't he? Yeah. Oh... if Kessie can pull those little through balls out for the rest of this season, I think Calvert-Lewin's going to be bang on the money. And I think having Calvert-Lewin on advance forward, let me try something, because I was about to say, with him on advance forward, we're bound to get quite a few offsides. So let me bang him on deep line forward and see how he does there. But yeah, 2-0, looking good. Looking very, very good. Are we going to get a highlight, or is this going to be the end of the match now? No, here we are with Chrissy cleared, but Wilson can't get that. Dougie Luiz does a great job. Calvert-Lewin, oh mate, he's done well. He deserves his hat-trick. He really, really does. Please get your hat-trick. Be a great way to start the season. I don't think it's going to happen though. I think that's the game. I think that's the first 3 points of the season in the bag in the first live com of the season. Really good stuff. Dominic Calvert-Lewin, 7.8. Strong start. Good performance. Happy with the midfield. With our new look midfield. Very impressive trio in the middle. I think Kessie especially. Is it Kessie or Kessie? I don't know how you pronounce it. I can't say I've ever seen him play. I've heard of him, but I can't say I've ever seen him play. But yeah, for me, he bossed that game. Absolutely bossed it. Really, really good stuff. I'm going to try doing that this time round. And I'm going to start deep line for maybe support to try and cut those offsides out, because I think that's going to happen quite a lot when you get the advance forward. We've got Everton next. That's going to be interesting. How did they get on? Did they play? I don't know if they played. Let's scroll down. Yeah, and they got battered. Was that 6-0? Against Liverpool though, fair enough. But yeah, that will do for this episode, ladies and gents. If you did enjoy it, hit the thumbs up button for us. What do you make of the new look Aston Villa squad as we go into a European season? Last time we got to the final, but we lost to Atalanta. So hopefully we can definitely go that one extra step better and win our first trophy. I think last season we were so close to winning a trophy, and that was probably the best chance we were going to have for a while, because Bournemouth beat Everton in the semis. If we did beat Derby, we would have played Bournemouth in the final, and I would really have fancied us to smash Bournemouth. But thank you for watching. Take it easy. See you soon. Peace.